Bay. You get here at the Banana Split podcast. We are prepared.
We try.
Yeah, at least I have a cold open for sure this week. Here at the Banana Split podcast, we are prepared. I'm not using this one. I'm using the one.
I haven't done my hair. I haven't done my makeup. I haven't even shaved correctly.
I'm sorry. One of us is the drama queen here, and it is not fucking you.
Really?
Have you met me? This following podcast is brought to you by us.
Pretty much. When this guy decides to
I want you to know this segment right here that I am making sure is in that little segment of us, and then that fucking delay of. Why are you pushing me out of the fucking frame?
Trying to make sure I'm in the shot.
By pushing me out of the shot.
Yeah, I mean priorities here. Come on.
Fucking, I'll cut you out altogether. You think I can't?
You know how many times you said you were going to do something in the last episode, and I'm watching. I'm like, yeah, you didn't do that thing.
Yeah, I didn't do it either. Yep.
So
I forget about my jokes.
I'm not too worried.
Yeah, but it's real easy just to go crop, and then it's just Jaden.
Oof.
So that moment where I go, the following podcast is brought to you by us. I want that silence, that pause, that nothingness, just to stay in there.
Okay,
it's comedic silence.
All right. I mean, I'm kind of predisposed to just chop out any long gaps.
I know, hence why I'm specifically mentioning it now. Because so Pat, you fucking go back and you put that back in.
I'll try and remember.
I just told you on camera.
That should help.
So I can't believe it happened. I can't believe Pete Davidson has done it again.
Oh, who's he with now?
Jenna Ortega.
What? I did not know that.
I mean, it's not currently true, but I'm just predicting by the time this episode comes out, it's probably is.
In 2023.
Yeah, honestly, got my money on it.
Put it past him, yeah. He's got, I don't know what's going on in his pants.
Unfathomable Riz.
It's that BWC, indeed. The big W whiz. Riz. I'm still learning all these new words.
We got Wiz Khalifa over here.
Yeah. I think I meant to do this last time, but I forgot to ask. I'll start off with this weird question. You get to spend 12 hours as Superman, right? If you choose to accept this ability. But every single time you do it, this was the way they asked it on the podcast I heard.
Oh, I love being a podcast about other podcasts.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, I just thought it was an interesting question.
This is why we have no viewers, because it's too meta.
I get very easily distracted. I'm not sure you've noticed. But basically, I'll just stick with what my morph of it is, which is you get to be Superman for 12 hours, but for the other 12 hours, you're a tiny, old, ugly woman who's very frail. So would that be a trade-off that you could?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Superman for 12 hours. I can set up everything I need as the old woman.
Yeah, I think I would do it. Yeah, I think the other one I heard was more like you get to be Superman a few times, but after like the third or fourth time, then you're permanently just like this super ugly old disfigured person. Like, is it worth those few moments of being awesome for a whole lifetime of being, a crone, essentially? That would be a harder choice to make.
Yeah, no, I feel like you'd end up shooting yourself. It'd be like Shawshank Redemption. I've been in the joint for too long.
You mean you'd end up like Twitch?
Wow. Fucking hell.
Too soon?
That was today.
That was literally, well, it was kind of last night. I'm not sure how. Yeah, yesterday maybe. Well, in a few weeks from now, if you're watching this.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
And I thought I was bad.
It won't be too soon by then. Well, otherwise, I don't think I would have remembered to bring it up. But yeah.
Well, you know when? Yeah, I'm just going to double down on the joke. Do you think he's twitching?
Ooh, yeah. See, I nearly said that a few times, but the person who told me, the only person I was talking to it about, is a huge fan. So I was like, I don't give
a shit.
Keep that in my pocket.
What's he going to do? He's dead.
He's certainly stopped twitching now, or whatever he's doing.
Can't cancel me.
No.
I ain't got nothing to cancel.
Yeah, exactly. You got nothing to lose. So.
I mean, I could, but certain ties and clients I could probably lose, but they're never going to see this. It's fine.
Exactly. Yeah,
and I can imagine. You don't know who I have as clientele.
Yeah, I can imagine 10 years from now, they'll pull up some old
don't worry. Like I said, the second I have a career, all the video footage of this nuked.
Yeah, I got to remember you do have a login. So
login. I fucking run the account.
Yeah, I mean I've still got all the files. I could just upload them to like 50 different things. That'd be really like petty.
I mean, I think technically everything it's been shot on is my camera, so you own the audio, but I own the footage. But then
Yeah, I think it's.
I'm fine with the audio. I'm fine with the audio being
That wasn't
out there.
me. That was an AI.
Yeah,
that was like,
especially back then. I think
it was the last Toy Story movie. The guy Don Rickles, whatever his name is, the potato head.
Yeah,
all that was cut together from just different words he'd said over the years. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's fucking Disney money right there. Toy Story is Disney, right?
Yes. Oh, well, hang on. Pixar. Did they get bought by Disney? I mean, they almost own everything now anyway.
It's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Finding Dory.
Did we talk about Aaron Carter last time?
The fuck is Aaron Carter?
He's a rapper, and I think he's related to someone who's famous more. That was another sort of suicide.
See, like I say I'm.
Wait.
I'm not
his brother was Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
That was
See,
the big.
I say I'm not afraid of being cancelled, but the jokes that ran through my head that I just went, can't say that.
What's he famous for? I mean, at least so apparently PlayStation Plus lost nearly 2 million subscribers after relaunching with all the different new got X amount tiers.
Really? I don't understand.
I don't know why.
Who's it by?
Kotaku.
Okay, it's not by.
They're pretty big. It's not comicbook.com.
What's the date? What's the date?
It's old now. It's like November.
Oh, it's not that old. Really? They didn't. I don't recall them changing anything.
2 million subscribers between July and September. But it's a 10% increase in revenue. So
yes, because they've got tiers. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, now they're paying more. So that's what matters. The return on investment.
Yeah, they've got stuff on it.
What it is all the promotional noise made in June and July reminded people that the money was coming out of their account. And given that they would have had to fathom and work out which version of the new service they wanted, it makes sense that those who'd stopped using it altogether would have just instead cancelled. So that's the main thing. A lot of that money that was coming out of their accounts was just, passive. Who pays attention? I mean, I know I would do. Like Stan, I'm paying $15 a month for that. I haven't watched it in like 6 months.
Yeah, it's been a while since I watched Stan. So are we doing our best and worst of fucking...
Yeah. That's why I brought up, I found 2 articles with the best movies.
I'm looking
right
now.
Okay.
Yeah, you found
if we look at like the top 40 movies that grossed, we can obviously point out a few stinkers.
Yeah. Like, for example, Morbius, best movie of all time. It's Morbin time.
I can't believe it only came in at like number 30 or so. Anyway, we'll see. It's in here. Jimmy Kimmel hosting the Oscars next year, so that'll be interesting.
Shit, I don't remember caring.
Yeah.
Hey, when are you voting? When are you voting for the? When are you voting? You're part of the Academy, right?
Yeah, they just got to send me all those DVDs. Or what do they do now? They probably send you like a link so you can watch it, and it's like personalized.
Yeah, so it doesn't leak now.
Yeah, and they'll know if it leaks. They've got special embedded invisible codes that tell them who leaked it. Pretty clever. Daniel Kaluuya is going to be in Spider-Verse. And also there was an announcement of who's going to be the soundtrack person. And there's some like huge rapper.
What I will say, that motherfucker's in everything now.
Yeah, he's doing well.
We talked about Doctor Who last week. Yeah, we did. We definitely did.
Is he going to be in that too?
No, I was just
going to say, what?
Okay, so because I'm going to this might be the only thing that I actually edited because it's going to be so early on. Because if it's not early on, I'm going to forget about it. Because I'm going to edit this in because he can't sue me because I'm using this in fair use because I am legitimately pulling out the journalist card here.
Fair use.
Yeah, as someone who actually understands media law. I admit it. I don't admit it. I'm talking about the album. I admit it.
I can see why you hesitated.
And I'm going to play audio, which I'm going to dub over later. Just so...
I have heard that song, and I got to admit, it's a banger.
I won't lie. It is a good album.
Yeah.
I don't know how he made it.
Who's like, yeah, I'll work with this guy. I'll put that on my resume.
Keep in mind.
While in prison.
Yeah. How did he get to a studio?
I like how we haven't even mentioned his name yet.
Where is it? Where's the part I'm looking for it?
I think I know which part.
It's not a bad album.
For those lyrics.
But it's fucking insane.
The older and the younger ladies. Tell me how that's... Yeah.
Tell me why they call it... No, tell me how they call it pedophile or some shit.
Yeah, he made it rhyme somehow. Yeah. And it was just like, because you literally just... I mean, the name of this...
And then I saw a joke today on TikTok where someone explained went like, no, he's not technically a pedophile because
he's an epophile.
Yeah, it's just like, but the reason why nobody makes that fucking brings up these points is because it's really hard to do without looking like a pedophile.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I've seen that joke.
No, I'm not a pedophile.
Yeah, no, I stopped doing that. I used to be really
technical about it. Anal.
Yeah, I don't like saying that word for some reason, but yeah, That's the common parlance. And I've heard it on a few debate talks recently where they've said, okay, we can look up the dictionary definition of, say, what the UN defines as genocide. But that doesn't mean that's what people, when they use the term in common vernacular, it might be a broader term. And it's the same with pedophile.
I'm not a racist. I hate everybody.
Yeah, it's that old, it's like bigotry. I used to call people bigots online, and they would come back and go, "Oh, you don't even know what that means."
It's kind of like modern day people calling men misogynists half the time. There's a lot of misogyny miscalls I've noticed on the internet, especially.
I haven't seen that. Yeah, but the bigotry one annoyed me because when I looked it up, I was like, "Yeah, they're right. It doesn't really technically mean racist, but everyone uses it like that." So it's kind of like how now when you say literally, but you only mean it figuratively. Now in the dictionary, they've had to change it. So literally can also mean just figuratively.
Or it's like another big one is modern day feminism. So if you're like, I'm a feminist, but fuck all men, that's not how feminism works.
Well, it depends if it's first wave, third wave.
No, the word there is not in the dictionary. It does not. It's feminism.
Okay, yeah. Then you get into the whole gender thing as well. Like a lot of medical textbooks will say like male or female.
I'm not talking. I don't need to bring. It's just simple feminism. Yeah. It's equal rights. You don't even need to bring up gender at that point. It's literally just the term equal rights. You can explain feminism with 2 fucking words.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Obviously, the dictionary is sometimes not enough.
I don't even need to read it. Like just the word feminism needs to, like you could put it equals equal rights, and they're done.
Ideally, but yeah, unfortunately, it's a bit.
People gotta overcomplicate shit.
Yeah. That's what people do. So was that all the R. Kelly?
Yeah, that's all the R. Kelly I think I'm going to need to touch. It's just...
That was crazy.
I understand why I got pulled. My God, though.
Yeah, what did he expect? Like I was going to go number 1. This will like exonerate me.
I won't lie. No, I won't exonerate him.
But
I won't lie to you. It would have gone number 1.
Maybe without all the drama. If he hadn't been a convicted...
No. It would have gone number 1.
What, if they hadn't have dropped it?
It would have gone viral. Absolutely. It went viral even without. It went viral. It didn't go viral because it got pulled.
Oh, you're talking like a Barbara Streisand effect where because it's so like taboo and
not even because it's taboo. It's just because it's like, holy shit. How the fuck, blah, 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 blah. It's not to do with the tabooness. It's just because it's just all these elements combined together would have 100% made it go viral and it would have hit number 1.
And why is that?
Because the fact that a convicted fucking pedophile.
So that's kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's not because of it's the taboo side. It's all the nature. It's not just like that. It's plus that, plus that, plus it's an R. Kelly album.
Yeah, I just think that's a big part of it because everyone's so like, oh my God.
If Kanye dropped an album tomorrow.
I don't know. I think there would be a lot of initial interest and a lot of it plays and things like that, but I don't think it would sustain interest very long.
It doesn't have to hit number 1 for more than like it can hit number 1 for a day.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you can be technically correct. Sure. Yeah. They're both their careers are kind of, I mean, I think R. Kelly's is dead forever. Kanye could maybe come back if he does a huge apology tour, but I can't see that while he's off his meds. Just noticed this thing. Owen Wilson will reprise his role as Agent Mobius in Deadpool 3. So looking forward to that. He brings a certain energy.
Take it with a grain of salt. It's a Twitter post.
True. Yeah. I hope it's true. I mean, and it's in a Facebook group, which has posted some BS before, but I like it. I want to see it. So make it happen. It'd be crazy not to. And that means it'll somehow tie into, I mean, with Kang and all the multiverse things, they've got to use that to bring in Deadpool. That would be
probably
perfect. Rainn Wilson of The Office fame, or as we know him, Dwight, is it?
Yep, Dwight.
Because I know there's what did they call the guy that was in the English Office? Forget.
I never watched it, much like everyone else.
God. No, that was pretty good. It didn't go for 8 seasons, but it was still good.
Apparently, actually, speaking of that, I did see a post. Apparently, there's going to be an Australian office.
No, not now. Yeah, they did all that already. They had an Indian office. They had every country did their version.
Yeah, and
but 10 years ago. I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it.
Fuck me, Davo. You're a cunt.
Yeah, okay. I imagine if it was done by like...
Yeah. Oh, he's doing a shoeing!
If it was the pizza guys. Because they just did something where it's like a council.
Please don't. Please don't.
Yeah, it's a certain type of humor. Let's just put it that way. I'm not a huge fan, but good for them. Rainn Wilson changes his name to Rainfall Heat Wave Extreme Winter, like legally, to draw attention to climate change. So good for him.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter when you can just go. You can always just be known as Rainn Wilson because stage name and all that. Wait, hold up, wait a minute.
Pretty sure that's his real name.
That bit? I feel like it's been fucking 3 episodes in a row now, including this one, that we've had to report on someone fucking dying.
I mean, this will be the last one of the year, hopefully, the last big one. We had good old Kevin Conroy, the Batman, the goddamn Batman. Surprised how many people put him up as their favorite. Because he has done a movie. It was just a cartoon movie.
He has also played Batman in live action.
Has he? Which one?
Old Batman. It was in the Arrowverse.
Oh, cool. Yeah. That is very cool. And also there was a recent trailer dropped for a game where he was the Batman voice in it.
Suicide Squad. Kill the Justice League.
Looks really good. Like, I love how the lighting changes when he drops as well.
Yeah. Listen, it's one thing to fight the Justice League. Cool. It's the Justice League. I ain't fucking with Batman.
Yeah. You do not want him coming after you. So, yeah, rip. Big bucket of win. Kevin Conroy. Very sad to see him go. It was cancer, I think, because he was only 66. And I think he kept it quiet, just like Chadwick. It wasn't something everyone knew was coming. So it was a bit of a shock for everyone.
It's not in the group, but
big body of work.
My brain. Also, my God,
there's things in your brain?
Yeah, there's things in my brain, actually. Oh, never mind. Apparently, it is in the group. I just didn't see it. Yeah, AI art is bad, apparently. My response to that is meh.
Yeah, I saw someone on Twitter the other day, and they were going around. It became a trend to go to people's accounts that are creating real art, like actual artists, and saying, which generator did you use, Wall-E or Midjourney? I don't know why I haven't tried it yet. I think it'll be something I'll really get into.
Well, Midjourney, I've got Midjourney.
One of them, but don't you have to pay like a monthly subscription? Yep. Yeah, that's probably what's stopping it.
So, specifically with Lensa.
We did that. We both bit the bullet. I joined and then quit. Yeah. Like I did the trial and then did it on the last day.
I did a trial.
Because you had to take like 12 photos and each one had to be completely different.
10. Didn't have to be completely
I don't know. It was a bunch.
I did 20.
Yeah, but I tried to do like 10 that were almost all the same and it just kept coming back. No. So eventually over the week, I had enough photos that were different enough to work.
Anyway, about Lensa. I had no problem with Lensa being in the competitive market and but like competing with legitimate artists. Despite all of Twitter and a lot of people we know being mad about it. Including one and only the man who's mad about everything that the left is.
Who's that?
Peter Stein.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen him post a bit. Yeah, I had a few people on my wall being like, no, it's doing all these things, like especially the social media side of it where they're saying like, oh, you realize they can use your image and they can, in the contract it says that you've signed away your rights. And I'm like, yeah, that's literally every checkouts, Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. They all say the same thing.
Yeah. So I had no issue with it until it came out that it was straight up using the not artifacts, but
the style, the themes.
Not the style and themes. Like it was basically using people's other art to reference to fucking create that. It was stealing art.
Yeah.
It wasn't just using public domain art or shit like this and that and the other.
No, it's a web crawler that just goes across the internet and grabs anything that it sees.
And I'd like to apologize for absolutely nothing because I really don't give a shit, eh?
Saw that coming. Yeah, I felt a little conflicted about that, but then I was like, look, if there wasn't Lensa, would I have paid all these artists
this much money? $3 each? The answer is no.
No. So they're not losing money that they otherwise would have had. It reminds me of when all the studios got upset about piracy and how much billions of dollars they're losing because some kid downloaded Jackass 2 and put it on a CD-ROM. That's not a kid that would have gone out and bought a $50 box set.
No. So and what I will say is, sorry. I do this. I have ADHD brain just like you.
What?
Continue. Box set.
No, that was pretty much it. Yeah. I cut you off too, so it's all right.
I have a really nice little comparison because like a lot of people I'm not going to name because they do have the power to cancel me. Not that they'll see this anyway. Acquaintances who are very mad at things. And then mutual acquaintances and I who are like friends with these people have also agreed. This is a very similar circumstance of, well, it's evolution of technology in life. You need to get fucking used to it. Remember fucking Blockbuster? Welcome to Netflix.
I think there's a point to that, but also there should be some way to I mean, even if they're only taking $3 off each person, over millions of people, because apparently everyone is doing Lensa.
Oh yeah,
right
how
now.
much money has Lensa made?
It would be nice if they could come up with a way to, even if it's like Spotify, where it's only like 1 cent to each artist who has his work heavily referenced. Like their signatures are still in the corner of some of the images. So I'd like to think there'd be a more equitable way of using their work, because a lot of times people put in the search bar, like if they're using Midjourney, like they'll, what do you call it when you're putting in these tags? Prompts. That's it. That's the word. So they'll use the artist's name as a prompt, and then it will come up with basically like identical work, except it'll be a subject that they haven't maybe drawn before.
Covered,
like, yeah, and it's really I'm really on the fence on that one. Like they haven't drawn the thing, but if they did, it would look just like that.
Yeah, so but if I'm doing it in the style of like fucking Van Gogh,
well, he's dead.
Exactly. So
I'm pretty sure anything.
Yeah, but I could also draw art in the style of someone else.
Yeah, but that would require skill.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then art forgery.
Because that's what this thing that came up in the group was. There's a lot of people that are upset at conventions because certain other vendors are selling AI generated art.
Perfect segue. Supernova has banned that, by the way.
Wasn't that on last week? Like that was supposed to be on the 8th. That one in Melbourne.
I don't know. I saw a post about it today though.
Oh, what happened?
They've banned AI art being sold.
Oh, they banned it. Okay, that makes sense. That's an easy win for them. They don't really have to do much. It's very hard to enforce, unless everyone that turns up, all the vendors have to submit every single piece of art that they're going to sell, which I can't see Supernova policing very heavily. I've heard that there are some conventions that do a pretty thorough review, but Supernova would not be one of those.
No. But it's a real shame that the company that I'm the head of marketing for, which I don't publicly disclose because I don't want people on the internet.
I don't even know.
Tracking me down. Exactly. I've told maybe there are 2 people who I know who know where I work, and one of them I don't talk to anymore, and I'm like, probably shouldn't have told you. Anyway, yeah, the company that I work for, that I'm head of marketing, is unfortunately business to business, not business to consumer.
Same.
Which is a real shame because I'd love the business to consumer angle for marketing purposes, because I would have made everyone's fucking profile pictures. I would have forced them to change it to a Lensa photo. I'd have a company TikTok. Would have been great.
But would you have had it be the same theme, like or a certain sci-fi?
Oh, maybe I might like depending on how they turned out and go. I'd give them a bunch. Go, which ones do you like? Which ones do you like? Which is like, no, I would just choose, and I'd force them to upload it because I'd make them.
I'd go with that if it was like a uniform.
Yeah, a little bit, which we sort of have. We have a uniform when that we have.
It's pretty cool being
our clients and
director. Sounds fancy.
I wouldn't say director. Head of marketing.
So they cancelled the female-led and female cast Caribbean Pirates of the Caribbean movie that had Margot Robbie.
There was a Pirates of the Caribbean.
Apparently that was happening. It's like the Ghostbusters one. I can't believe they were still going to try something like that after Ghostbusters, the chicks version.
You also could have heavily referenced without being sued. Don't sue me, I'm not Lensa. Charlie's Angels.
Hey, that did pretty well, but that was its own thing. Like that wasn't using a property that was otherwise, not male dominated, but well, I guess you could say it was more of an ensemble.
No, they
like it was genetic. Oh, sorry.
They still did a remake.
Gender diverse.
They still did a remake of it that did terribly.
Which one was that?
Like fucking 3 years ago.
The last ever Pirates movie?
No, Charlie's Angels.
Oh yeah, but no, that did okay, didn't it?
The originals did good.
Okay, I'm thinking of the originals. I'm thinking of the TV series because that's
TV series.
Before your
Cameron
time.
Diaz. I'm aware of these TV series though.
You're talking about the Cameron Diaz, Lucy Liu.
No. Those ones did good as well. I'm talking about the new one with Kristen Bell.
Yeah, that didn't
Kristen
do well.
Stewart.
Yeah, that tanked.
I would have watched it if it was Kristen Bell.
Yeah, I don't think it was because they're all women. I think it just wasn't the best movie it could have been.
It was a combination of things.
I didn't mind it. It's like the Ghostbusters one was okay, but the problem was it was in the shadow.
But also, like, they made Charlie of Charlie's Angels a chick.
I can't even remember who that was, but yeah. Did she turn out to be like a double? Didn't she turn on them?
No, Charlie was always good.
All right, there was some betrayal at some point.
Maybe it was Bosley at some point.
Yeah, I think it was whoever their handler was like, I'm taking on
Bosley!
Mr. Beast is now the most subscribed YouTuber.
Speaking of
knocked out PewDiePie.
Mr. Beast.
Well, individual YouTuber.
Currently, I don't know if it's currently.
He's now in Fortnite.
Which is exactly the thing I'm talking about. He's running a competition on Fortnite internationally, and whoever has like the highest score in one specific challenge that he's basically had set up.
It's a very Mr. Beast thing to do.
$1 million.
Yeah, he does throw around a lot of money. I love, and I don't know if I brought this up before, but Squid Game, he recreated all the sets and spent way more money than Squid Game ever spent. Like, I think a lot of the Squid Game stuff was CGI in the background, but he would go and build all that stuff that was CGI in the show. Like, he's insane.
Really? Was it more than actually Squid
Yeah,
Game?
they spent more on the YouTube one-off episode, which did make money. Like, he got millions of views out of it. So it wasn't like a bad idea. It was just crazy that he spent more than the original show did just to do a bit. And I like that he stayed in his small hometown that he grew up in. He just kept buying warehouses.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It was such a shocking fact that I did double check it. And he just does stuff like that all the time. There was one I saw the other day where he's just walking around like a uni campus.
He spent $3.5 million on Squid Game. The show Squid Game, the budget was $21 million.
Yeah, but that's for the entire show, including the actors. I'm talking about he spent more on the props and all that, like building the sets than the show spent on their sets.
That's a bit misleading, though, with the way you clickbaited that. You 100% clickbaited that.
I don't think so. I think I clearly meant like he spent more building the sets than they did on their sets.
But you spent more than all of them, and like you.
All right.
Welcome to comicbook.com.
Thanks for the clarification. What else was I going to say? Yeah, I saw this TikTok, and it was like he was just walking around a uni campus and going up to random people and saying, "Hey, I need some bread. Like, I actually want a baguette from Paris. Will you go to Paris and get me a baguette?" And they're like, "No, what the fuck are you talking about?"
One dude did it. He's like, "I'll give you $500 to do it," and he paid for his flights and all that. Came back, and then he gave him like 10 grand.
Yeah, it was awesome. I think that kid must have known who he was.
I mean, listen, if I saw Mr. Beast, I'd be pretty excited.
Yeah, I'd just be like, whatever you're doing, I'm on board. And my kid loves him, at least the younger one.
Like, Mr. Beast is Mr. Beast is an A-list celebrity. He's more famous than fucking some actual A-listers.
Like, I've got some, to me, I'd prefer if he was a bit more, I don't know how charitable he is. I think he would be like, the cherry on the cake would be if he got a bit more activist, because as a lefty, I'd like him to be pushing a little bit more.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is the millions of dollars that he's giving away to people not good enough for you, Pat?
Wait, it does remind me. I think that was him that did something with trees where he had to like plant 1 million trees or something.
Probably. It sounds like Mr. Beast.
Yeah, no, that actually, I forgot about that. He's fine.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
social justice stuff would be nice too.
Speaking of the $1 million Fortnite challenge, does Lewis or Gabe happen to play Fortnite?
He still plays, yeah.
I'd get them on that.
I know he makes money from it sometimes. Like, they do these tournaments, and then the top 3 people get like $50 or something. So he's brought home the V-Bucks. Bradley Cooper's going to star in a remake of Bullet with Steven Spielberg at the helm. I don't remember posting that, but that's cool. He is not Steve McQueen. No one's ever going to be as cool as Steve McQueen, but I think it will still be a watchable film.
Yeah, another person killed themselves. This time
Jason
it was
David Frank.
This time it was the green/black/white Ranger.
He did them all.
And I think it was the red actually at one point as well.
Did he ever do the Yellow Ranger?
No. Oh, he might have done the Yellow Ranger at some point, if you know what I mean.
I love that the Yellow Ranger was actually the Asian girl.
I don't know.
I don't know if they would do that.
Yeah, that was
now.
A bit on the nose. That was a bit on the. Hey,
even when I was a teenager, I was like, wow.
Listen, the green and why was the green one apart from Jason David Frank? The green one was always a black guy.
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. There's no like.
Listen, you can't be mad at me. I'm not the casting director for Power Rangers.
Speaking of Squid Game.
Yep.
The old dude. I don't want to spoil anything, but Oh Young-soo, that's the name of the actor, which reminds me of like, you mean
the dude who, listen, the show's been out for like fucking
fuck you.
3 years.
If you haven't watched it, absolutely fuck you.
It's been like 3 years.
I don't care who you are.
Maybe.
I don't care if you've been in a cave.
It's been at least 2, right?
Maybe. You remember last time you were like, oh, that show, Reacher, that's been out for ages, like 5 years. And then we looked it up and it came out this year. I think it came out last year, though, like 2020 or 2021.
Yeah, okay. So it's been out for a year.
So in 2017, he reportedly did a sexual misconduct.
Who would have guessed that the guy who kind of seems like a creepy old man turned out to be a creepy old man?
I didn't see it coming personally.
You can never judge a book by its cover.
It's almost so old. It's like those, and I don't want
like,
to minimize it, but it reminds me of like you hear stories about nurses that work in old people's homes and they get a bit, there's dementia.
They get a bit grabby.
They get a bit grabby. I've heard this story a million times and that totally sounds like I'm minimizing it. But at what point do you get to where you just kind of, it's like the old racist grandpa. You just kind of accept it and you shouldn't. So I'm glad that they're doing something about it because clearly he's not got Alzheimer's. He should know what's going on and he shouldn't. He's obviously like I imagine there's dudes out there that are saying like, oh, well, he's from a different generation.
Yeah, but so is Louis C.K.
He was just like giving her a compliment. Yeah, but that's
the bit I was doing. I wasn't defending Louis C.K. at all. Well, anyway, moving on.
I'm okay with him having some kind of career though.
I didn't see this. This is actually, as a Jewish person, this is dope as shit.
Level Up Dice were creating D20s and all that sort of thing for role-playing games that were made with the metal, I'm guessing, from like melted down from actual German tanks that had been used by the SS.
Now, listen.
They didn't mean it to be celebrating.
I get it. It's not good, right? Right? You shouldn't be selling it. Right? Shouldn't be profiting off Nazis. Well, you're not profiting off Nazis. It's a real fine line. But as a Jewish person, I would really like for them to do a thing if you can prove your Jewish heritage, because I want a set of these dice. Because that means that whoever was in that tank died. So if I get some dead Nazi shit.
How would you prove it by, would you have to pull down your pants? Would you have to
family tree.
Bring in your mum?
Family tree. Okay. It's a real simple thing. I'll say
I know it's not only Jewish people that get circumcised.
Yeah, so, no, exactly. There are also Jewish people who aren't circumcised because fucking, the threat of the war. So it's like, let's not circumcise my kid so it's not blatantly obvious. There's also Catholics that get circumcised and this and that. So
and a lot of Americans do. It's like Americans are weird. They like cutting things off.
Okay, yeah, cool. You do you.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm so glad neither mother. There's two of them that have sons. To me, somehow that happened. Neither of them forced that issue.
But as my family survived the Holocaust and the Nazis, I would like a set of these dice to be connected to my ancestors.
Yeah, if you did it, it's all about the intention. Yeah. Like, as long as you're like, fuck these guys, I'm going to melt down their shitty tanks and throw them around on a table.
This isn't about, I'm not celebrating Nazis here. I'm like, this is World War II fucking metal. That's a history thing. Nothing to do with the Nazis for me. I just like fucking old shit.
I like that we can mention all these words that normally on TikTok I can't say. That's a good thing about
German,
YouTube.
Nazis,
Holocaust, genocide, all the sexual stuff. None of that. In almost every slightly racy word on TikTok, you have to replace with another word. It's nuts. But I'm still addicted. But yeah, a lot of people are outraged, and I can't believe Level Up Dice didn't at any point in the drawing up the plans to melt down who even thought of that? But no one ever was like, hang on.
Like, did they know initially going into it? Or was this like, yeah, this is where, like, some dude, did they make that decision to go, oh, yeah, by the way, we've been getting the metal for these from...
No, that's how that was the entire point. Yeah. Like, that was part of the marketing. But they just didn't realize that, hey, there's actually still people that really are into these guys, and they're not good people. And they're going to obviously twist it and
that's
turn
right.
it.
There are still Nazis.
But they forgot.
Fucking dogs.
Easy thing to forget, I guess. So now I see how I'm getting all my news from Instagram now.
Can I pause? Can I pause you on that just and go back to the Nazi comment?
Sure, we can talk about Nazis all night.
I want to talk a little bit more about Nazis. So I've seen Nazi memorabilia in the flesh one time.
You'd never been to Ironfest?
It's where I saw it.
Right.
And I went, it's a bit fucked up. I was a little annoyed that it was being sold.
Sure.
Because someone that blatantly is profiting off Nazis.
Well, it's not like Nazis are profiting. It's more like they're getting...
it's a real weird... I didn't know how I felt about it.
Who you sell it to. Like if you vet them. So I don't know. Because I'm sure there is some genuine historical interest in doing it. But what I've noticed is when someone's accidentally found something, like looked through their grandparents' cupboards or whatever, found a chest of drawers and opened it up and found an old medal or whatever it is, the thing to do seems to be to donate it to like a Jewish memorial, like museum or something. So that's probably where all that stuff should go.
Funny enough, and you love talking about podcasts.
Big time.
And I'm just going to swing from the Nazis to a podcast that also involves Nazis. The Bears podcast with the Machine.
Bert Kreischer.
Yep, and Tom Segura.
Yeah, he's in Sydney, like soon.
Yeah. So it was Bert's birthday, and Tom bought him a gift. He bought him off the black market one of Hitler's cups.
I think I saw a clip of this. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Bert loved it.
No, I won't lie. That's dope as shit.
Yeah. It's an actual cup that he drank from.
Like, honestly, I would be flexing. As a Jewish person, I would be flexing the fuck out of a fucking Hitler cup. I'll be like, fucking, you tried to kill my people. Now I'm drinking it. Because he'd hate it. He would fucking hate it.
Yeah. It's all about intention. Yeah, I'd be okay with that. As long as it wasn't, you keep it out of the hands of some skinhead, then it's fine.
Exactly. Oh, wait, I know a Nazi.
Really? I've come across a few on TikTok, and
I don't know if she's a Nazi, but she dated a Nazi, and she's pretty racist herself.
Dated a Nazi? Like who even these days? Because the problem is now everyone hides. Like the Trump kind of brought out a few people, but it's rare unless you're Kanye West.
Or you're dumb as fuck.
To actually go, yeah, no, Hitler wasn't so bad.
And it makes sense because she's blonde and she's got blue eyes.
I got to admit, I remember dating one chick. We went out like one time because I wasn't fully up for, after that conversation, seeing her again.
Yeah.
Probably for other reasons too, but I won't pretend to be. I'm not going to virtual signal that hard, but like it did strike me. I was a bit uncomfortable. She just kept going on about all this racist shit. And that's the first time I'd seen it like firsthand since leaving a small country town as a kid. It was weird. It was just like, you're just putting it all out there.
We were really good friends. And at one point I found out, well, I didn't find out. I always sort of knew she wanted to fuck me. And then I found out she was a Nazi and I went, do you know I'm Jewish, right?
I mean, did she actually, I mean, there's Nazis and Nazis.
She has used the word, I'm a bit of a Nazi.
Like about grammar or?
No. I'm like, this explains why okay. How much can I say that doesn't give away? She's really into one sport in particular. And she's fucked a lot of people out of this sport. And not coincidentally, they've all been white guys.
Does it happen to be cycling?
No, I'm not going to specify what it is.
There's a potential pun there, but
no. And I'm like, that makes sense why you have it. And I'm like, huh. I was really just like
lacrosse. And
I was like, you're a Nazi, and I'm Jewish, and I was really torn. And we don't really talk anymore.
I'm trying to think of a sport with just white guys, like rugby union, ice hockey, lacrosse, field hockey.
It's not just white guys in the sport. I mean, she's only fucked the white guys out of the sport.
Right. Okay. Well, that could be anything.
Exactly. I think I'm done with my Nazi topic for the day. If it's
basketball, she's still probably only slept with like 2 or 3 guys.
Yeah. That's not bad. Okay, hold on. I need to actually. You know what? Let's ask the viewers about the viewers, and I'm going to ask you: should I, a Jewish man,
like a hate fuck?
Yeah, like is this my reparations?
Because normally you're like the one that's like, no, don't talk about China.
Listen, China's one thing.
I'm not Jewish or a Nazi, so I can't even.
No. But I'm a Jewish man who's asking your opinion if I should fuck a Nazi as a Jewish person.
I'm not either of those things, so I don't know.
Okay, well,
it's reparations would be like giving them really bad sex.
Okay, well, it's like
giving them. If you give them chlamydia,
I'll give you a face then. All right, like should I fuck Stormfront from The Boys?
Nice. So I got to admit, I kind of like, she is hot in a weird way.
Yeah.
So it'd be a one and done sort of thing.
Yeah, but like, is it reparations? Then I'm like, and then you tell her after, by the way, I'm Jewish.
Would that justify revenge porn? Well, they're a Nazi.
That's not. No, because revenge porn still. I'm not. A crime doesn't. You can't commit a crime just because they're a Nazi.
I think you can.
That's still legal.
They actually want the genocide and eradication of your entire people.
But I still get in trouble then. You don't get arrested for being a Nazi.
It depends. But yeah, just for having a certain ideology, probably not. Doing anything, acting out in any way.
If you're part of a clan and you've decided that you all don't want hair anymore, maybe you can get arrested. the cops will find a reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that's reparations. I can't get there. You just want to get off. And she must be like somewhat hot. But can you live with yourself? That's the question. I'm betting you can. So is that all the Nazi stuff?
Yeah, it's all the Nazi stuff.
We'll get back to it eventually at some point, I'm sure. So San Francisco recently voted, the council or whatever, to allow robots to use lethal force. I'm thinking more RoboCop because actually they are like there's drones and those little dogs.
Yeah, no, but this is the beginning.
And they've got shotguns, they've got explosive charges and all that sort of thing.
RoboCop, yes. But it's the beginning of...
We're getting there. Because I remember even in Terminator 3, there was like an early Cyberdyne drone.
Yeah, and then they were like, okay, so... And like, we're officially kicking... Like, Terminator 3, the whole thing is we're kicking off Skynet. Or the thing that...
And then they pretended that movie
Skynet.
never happened.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the Terminator. If we're talking about who would you sleep with that's morally questionable, would you sleep with the female Terminator, even after she'd been on like a
Terminator 3.
rampage? And where has she gone? Because she was nice. Where did she go?
Is she trying to kill me?
Yes, but you've somehow like...
Oh, so if I fuck her good enough, I don't die? Or I just get like a head start?
You know how at the end where they managed to like...
Crush her?
No, there was that magnet thing. They took her to some sort of version of the... What's that? CERN. There's that huge magnetic like tunnel. And it creates like black holes.
Yeah, listen.
And the God particle.
Particle collider.
Yeah, that. They had like a Hadron Collider in this US Army base type thing.
I'm sure our viewers...
And she was like pinned to it. And he's like, haha, we've got you. And she's just kind of like stripping herself away from it. So if it was something like that, but she was just kind of in one piece, and then you took advantage of her, she's A, a robot, B,
I don't think they gave...
trying to kill you.
I don't think they gave Terminators vaginas.
I think they were... Attention to detail is a big thing with those guys. Like I remember the first movie, dogs were coming up, and so that's why they had to make them look really human, because dogs were like, I can smell you. And if you're not like a real human, I'll know.
But it's also the circumstance of like, okay, there may be an appearance of a vagina.
When they arrive, they're naked.
Yeah, I know. So there may be an appearance
There's no
of
vagina.
a vagina. But I'm not saying that vagina goes anywhere.
You could make it go somewhere. I'm just saying. Have you ever watched the film Seven?
Yeah.
There's one of the sins, like it uses a knife as like...
Okay, yes. But again, it is a Terminator. I'm going to... With a knife.
Technically, you could make it happen. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not endorsing it. I'm just saying... I don't know why I ended up down this rabbit hole.
No, I would not fuck the female Terminator.
Just like
this is worse than the Nazi conversation.
No, but I'm just like, it's a robot. It's still fucked up, obviously. But
I would rather.
Is that a crime? You're talking about like.
What do you mean? Is it a crime?
Like the whole Nazi thing before. Is it a crime just to be a Nazi? No, until you act out anything Nazi-like. And obviously, any kind of essay is horrible. But if it's a robot, like how you can ban those like dolls that if they look too young, like there was a guy that imported a leg, an arm.
Oh, I remember that.
And then it was some Asian dude in Melbourne. I remember reading the article because he imported it.
It was in this country?
Yeah, it was in Australia, and they're illegal in Australia. I checked for no reason. Obviously I knew from reading the article because I didn't know till then. I was like, oh shit. Oh, there you go. Because in a lot of countries they're illegal. This is one thing because I'm like, I've got nothing to debate. When it's like a left-wing TikTok and they're like, debate me. You can't come up unless you're debating. And I'm like, wait, I've got something. And no one ever wants to talk about it for some reason. But I'm like, if you have one of these dolls and a study will show that it's guaranteed to stop the user of the doll from doing an actual crime, like against an actual human, is it okay to allow them? If the result is positive, but the act is still horrifying. You know what I mean? It's that sort of weird moral question.
Yeah.
And no one wants to talk about it, and that's fair because it's a weird thing to think about.
I'll also question, I probably said this when we did this the first time. If he had like got it all, like, because the cops waited for him to have it all and then they arrested.
I don't know if they knew after like a leg and an arm, but at some point they detected something.
Yeah. But then they waited for it was like complete. If he had like left off a foot.
Yeah. What percentage of the body needs to be there for it to count?
Yeah. Like if there was no head.
Yeah. And it reminds me of like that dude that got arrested in Queensland. This is like 10 years ago. He had all that Simpsons porn. I don't know if you remember seeing it. And like all the Simpsons characters were depicted in various stages of undress and doing all sorts of horrible things to each other. He got like done for CAM. It used to be
child abuse material.
Yeah. So they keep coming up with new terms. And it was just like memed cartoons of like The Simpsons. I thought that was pushing it. I thought, hang on. Let's not give that guy 10 years. Let's just say, dude, chill on The Simpsons porn.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I'm posing the questions. I'm not giving the answers. I'm like Tucker Carlson, or what's his name? That Jewish guy, Shapiro.
Oh, what? If you were about to ask me, like, listen, we don't all know each other, okay? We don't have a weekly.
When you have the meetings.
We don't. Thanks. I was literally about to say we don't have a book club. We don't go down and go, all right, today we're on chapter 3 of Mein Kampf. He is finally explaining why he didn't like us.
Yeah, I never got to that part.
Again.
Oh, another death.
Yeah.
What is it with the end of year?
All I know is.
Remember when, what's her name, Carrie Fisher died? Like, it was near the end of the year, and all these other people died at the same time.
All I'm saying is, we didn't do any of these. We haven't mentioned these names. It wasn't us.
I have nothing to do with the death of Kirstie Alley, who was in Cheers mostly, and a bunch of other movies. Not that was a movie, but you know what I mean. She was out there, and she was really good. And rip.
It
I don't know.
doesn't surprise me. She did kind of look like an alcoholic.
Oh God.
You tell me that's not the face of an alcoholic.
She's 71. I think if I look like that at 71, if I look like Kirstie Alley in that photo that's on abc.com, then I'd be pretty happy. We're not going to put it up there because he's got shit to do. But hey.
It's the end of the year. I'm burnt out.
All right.
I'm sick of editing.
Yeah.
And it's not even editing video and what's photos.
I love that, like, talking to Kanye West, his Reddit page was completely overtaken by Taylor Swift fans. So his Reddit page is now, or his subreddit is just all Taylor Swift stuff. It reminds me of like World Politics when it got overtaken by like anime titties fans. And then like the anime titties forum became all just news. It's just, this is what the winners. This is going to be like part of the end of the year wrap-up. I also could have swore
I saw a fucking, or maybe I've just got it saved because I've got some stuff saved that I probably didn't share to the group. Let me have a look.
Elden Ring, game of the year. Do you agree? I haven't played it. It's basically Skyrim Plus.
It is nowhere near fucking Skyrim Plus.
Okay.
My God. And
is it even made by the same people?
Oh, I think so. I fucking don't remember. But no, it's good. Yes, it is game of the year.
Okay. I haven't played anything new since.
You say, do you like hard games? You won't enjoy this then.
No.
Yeah, then no, exactly. It's Dark Souls.
Oh, it's those people. Yeah, because I was thinking the next big Skyrim game is like not out yet.
Yeah.
That was, yeah. God of War got Best Narrative. That won a bunch of awards, a slew of awards even, legions of them. God of War Ragnarok. And I still haven't played the one before that, but I want to play both, and they look really good.
It's
and
free.
I really like Chris Judge. What?
God of War is free if you have a PS5.
How? I don't have the fancy subscription thing.
It's fucking bait. I'm going to get you to fucking turn that thing on after. It actually...
Why would it be free? It's like $100 game.
God of War.
How do they make money if it's that much?
I mean, Ragnarok, the original. For PS5,
okay,
it's part of the collection, I think.
I'll have to have a look. I'd download that. I didn't know there was a new Zelda game, but it got most anticipated. It's not out yet. Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, I love
So
this
I didn't know you could win an award for a game that's not released. So
Speaking,
that's cool. Also,
with Amazon Prime, a live action adaptation, which is not in the group chat.
No, I did see that today, and I was like, I better share that.
And he didn't.
Thought I did, but okay.
All I ask
I knew it would come up.
Is
I
one
remember
man
thinking about sharing it.
One man for that role. And do you know who that man is?
Won't be Chris Judge, though somehow they should use him as the voiceover. One man. Well, there's a cosplayer that looks a lot like him. He's 6'8" or something. I think it should be LeBron. Just put lots of makeup on him. Got the right look.
LeBron James.
Yeah, LeBron James, the basketballer. Seen that guy? He's a monster.
No,
he's about to retire.
It is not LeBron James.
Damn it.
It is an athlete.
Who's that runner in England?
What is God of War?
Oh, wait. Would it be that world's strongest man dude?
What is God of War?
He's a god.
No.
And he's really strong.
No. What is God of War? It's a real simple question.
He's a warrior.
No. I'm not asking who. I'm asking what is God of War?
The video game?
It is a video game. And it's time to play the game. Triple H.
Oh, okay.
He's literally the number one fan cast.
When you said athlete, I thought you meant a real athlete. All right, cool. Nice. Oh, that's it? That's all they're showing? You know, I was thinking like proper sports. That's cool. I'm just going to keep digging this hole.
I'm going to just cut them out.
I'm just glad
I'm cutting them out. I'm
You're
just cutting them out.
You're too lazy to cut anything.
No, again, one crop. You're just not in the fucking whole episode.
And you've got a choice. It's either the God of War or that chick from that Chainsaw Zombie game.
I would pick Kratos.
Yeah, okay.
Because I could have an actual conversation with that.
I mean, she talked as well. I think
I
there was
would
a whole
get
thing
real,
where she was talking to her
yeah,
boyfriend.
and I know, and I feel like you'd get real bored of that real quick. I feel like there's no sustenance there.
I think there'd be a fair bit. I could make this really gross, but I'm just going to.
I'm about to say you're ahead of the belt. You ain't seeing shit. You can't do this. You don't have a neck.
And then she's going to get bored, and I don't know. Could get interesting. Kind of. Yeah. What am I doing tonight? Jesus.
Yeah, fucking hell. Anyway,
there's got to be more awards than that.
Speaking of, yeah, there was. Like Marvel Snap got the best mobile game.
How's there only 5?
Anyway, speaking of the Game Awards, and I could have swore this was a thing that he posted, but I can't see it there. I'd like to thank my redeemed Rabbi Bill Clinton.
Yeah, no, I did post something about that. But anyway, yeah, he was on Destiny. I think I posted the link to the video.
And it was also, well, I didn't see it.
And he was on another podcast. He just kept turning up. I can't stand the kid. He should be taken out and not shot, but definitely tied to something and left in the sun.
Yeah,
he's a complete lunatic.
You know that voice is a bit too. Like there's old footage of him. Yeah.
And Destiny was like, wait, because he came on, he's like, oh, hello, and he's doing this weird accent, and Destiny's like, hang on, are we doing the voice? Is this real? Is this actually his accent? What language do you speak? You know, English. And he's like, well, wait, where are you from? From California. And it's like, get fucked. Like, and then he starts going on about global, and he's Jewish himself.
To be fair, some of the things that he says, like free Hong Kong.
That was cool. I was down with that because that's all I saw. And I was like, sweet, I'm with you, man. But then I heard him with all this conspiracy stuff and I was like, no.
But yeah, so he got arrested immediately after.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Could have swore that's what you shared. But anyway, my question is.
I don't read the things.
My question, what are you, Peter? My question is, what did he do to be arrested? He didn't break any laws.
Good question. I mean, it's kind of trespassing.
No. It's not trespassing. Though. He can be detained for his information, and then he can be trespassed.
Yeah, that's probably all they did.
Yeah.
But if there was an arrest, there must have been charges.
Like there was, yeah, like it was tweeted. Oh, he's now been arrested and all that. But you know what? I can't wait to do. I can't wait to torture motherfuckers in the new Harry Potter game. Torture and murder.
So yeah, I Show Speed does have those dread things, and he's racist, by the way. So I Show Speed is very, very, very much cancelled. He's only, 17?
Yeah, good luck with that. That's not happening.
His career is over forever.
I don't want to be associated when you're talking about someone who's significantly bigger than us.
Do you think he gives a shit? I mean, he did get triggered by Destiny, who's significantly smaller than him. But yeah, basically went up to this Chinese guy and was like, konnichiwa, konnichiwa, konnichiwa. And I got to admit, it was kind of funny the way the guy was protesting. It's like, no, I'm Chinese. He's like, and started going ching chong, ching chong. And the funniest part was when he had to do an apology tour video a few days later and was like, oh no, I'm not racist. And I wasn't saying silly things in Chinese. That's my nickname in Chinese. So I thought he might know it. Like it was the dumbest, most brain dead apology I've ever seen.
So I think we're up to Jennifer Lawrence saying some outrageous shit. Why are you on fucking Twitter?
Because no, it's not Twitter, it's Instagram. Because I'm trying to find more things that won things at the Game Awards, but that's okay. That new Spider-Verse trailer looked pretty good, by the way. There's a petition to get Henry Cavill to come back as Geralt because he's no longer Superman. I thought I'll just go there.
Right, we'll cut off fucking all right. Yeah,
we'll go back to Jennifer, anymore. But yeah,
thanks, James Gunn.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I love James Gunn, so I don't want to jump to conclusions. I can't imagine it's only him. I'm sure there was lots of discussions, and they are talking about having a much, much younger Superman. So in that sense, I kind of get it. They want to go in a new direction, start from scratch. But the problem is The Rock forced them to use Henry Cavill at the end of his movie. So we're just going to forget that happened.
I guess it's, considering nobody watches this, I guess it's time to announce I am Superman.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only 23 or something, right?
Exactly.
So that could work.
I'm about to go on.
Cavill's like 35 or something.
I'm about to go on a 6 months complete training session, you know. How funny would this be if 6 months from now there was a trailer with me in it?
Some podcasts that no one watches.
And you'd be like,
told
holy
you.
fuck. He wasn't lying. Like, you just don't hear from me at all.
I think you need to be like 6'4" at least to be Superman.
Hey. You tell that to fucking
You're
Tom
a short
Cruise.
king.
You tell that to Tom Cruise. He and I are the same height.
Yeah, there's a reason why everyone was so upset with him being Jack Reacher.
He and I are the same height. I wonder how much Tom Cruise weighs. I might weigh more than Tom. If I weigh more than Tom Cruise, it means I'm bigger than him. If he weighs more than me, he's just fat.
He can't win.
Exactly. Holy fuck,
That thing she said.
I weigh more than Tom Cruise.
How does that work?
I got 4 kilos on the man.
Oh, that's not much. Okay.
That's still a lot of muscle, though.
Yeah, it's a bit of it's those arms. All right, that's pretty impressive. I like for him because trying to keep weight off at that age.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, yeah. So Jennifer Lawrence claims that she was the first woman action star.
Yeah.
Which is Sigourney Weaver is rolling in her grave. And she's not even dead.
I want to see her response.
Uma Thurman is rolling in her grave.
She's been dragged all over the internet.
She is also not dead.
Reminds me of when Hassan Abi said he was the first political streamer on Twitch. Probably not as well known.
Can you name another female star?
Okay, we've got Sigourney, we've got Uma.
Those are the ones I really like.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, I'm sure there was others. We had Sarah Connor. What's her name? Linda Hamilton from Terminator.
Is rolling in her grave and wait, is she dead?
No,
she's not dead.
Neither is Sigourney Weaver. She's an avatar right now, which I'm watching tomorrow. So I have a review for you.
You have fun with that.
I haven't even reviewed Black Panther.
Fucking saying it.
Saw that.
I haven't.
Fucking awesome.
You know what though? You should go see it in 40X if you're gonna go see it.
I got 3D.
Yeah.
Where's 40X? Like at the city events. Yeah.
Parramatta.
Okay, yeah, not at Bondi, I think. Damn. But it was already, I had to pay for my son's ticket, my ticket, fair enough. But I also have to pay for either his mother's ticket or the stepdad.
Why?
You tell me. That's the condition. And also, I have to pay for all the popcorn and candy. And yeah, last time, and it was the first time the father showed up. So this is a little bit of inside. Again, it's a good thing no one watches this. What's the
this is just our video. This is just our video diary.
Personal diary thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Am I the arsehole for being a little bit offended that I bought a large popcorn, sat it and I'm here on one side, my son's next to me, and his stepdad's over here. Halfway through the movie, I noticed that he's getting popcorn passed along to the stepdad, who hasn't bought anything, and he's eating my popcorn. Now, I didn't say anything, but I'm like, have you got no pride? Yeah. As a man, would you be eating your kids' like biological father's popcorn? Not your kid. I mean, if you met a woman and she had kids and you for some reason went along with those kids, and you know what I mean? If
it's that circumstance of, I feel like it depends on the relationship that I have with the kid's father.
None.
If we were like, all right, if we were fine, friendly-ish, we're like, all right, listen, this is going to be a co-parenting situation, you know, some sort of that, maybe, but like, if there's no, we're like, fuck it.
We've said 3 words to each other in like 10 years.
Yeah. No.
Not on, right?
You're not the asshole. Yeah. It's weird. Okay.
Yeah. Even when I gave him the ticket, which is like $25.
Yeah, that'll like, immediately,
didn't
that's
even
too
say
much.
Thanks.
Immediately, that's too much.
He's like, right, where are we going? It's basically just on my son's too sort of scared of his mum to say anything. And so I've just got to kind of go along with it. But yeah, in 2 years, he'll be 16 and hopefully grow some balls. But yeah, I don't want to blame him and make him feel bad.
You know, he watches this, right?
No, he doesn't watch anything unless it's like less than 2 minutes long.
He used to watch this?
I think he's probably skipped through a few bits and pieces. Yeah.
Good for you, Lewis.
He might watch it when he's like 40 and be like, God, you were toxic.
God, so was Jaden. Now we've got
after I'm dead, he'll be like, maybe I should watch those.
Now there are infinite genders. I was like, oh no, Jaden had a career and he nuked it all.
Yeah. Sorry.
It doesn't exist anywhere.
Yeah, so that Jennifer Lawrence. That was pretty fucking dumb. I love Jennifer Lawrence. I love her whole like shtick as being like, oh, I'm falling over all over the place and I'm like the girl next door and I'm super like, how did I end up famous? That I just totally relate to and it appeals to me, but that's kind of a brain dead thing to say. Though I've only seen headlines. Maybe she was taken out of context. Maybe she immediately clarified it and they're not reporting that. I don't know.
Who knows? But it's now time for the best of, and the worst of, maybe. Who knows?
Okay. Are we there already?
Well,
Oh, yeah, we pretty much are. Because I had that Elon Musk thing. He's no longer the richest man
Who
in
gives-
the world.
who gives-
Thanks, Twitter. Keep taking him down. Let's see. So
I'm
I've got.
about to say you really shouldn't be.
I'm going to go first with the 20
Oh,
best
can we-
films
I just
according
want
to BBC.
I just want to talk about fucking
Go.
Elon thing real quick. You really shouldn't be praying for his downfall because you understand the downfall of Elon Musk is going to crash the entire global market because the value of Tesla stock and SpaceX stock is so overvalued to such a point where if it crashes, the entire market will fall.
Why would it bring anything else down with it? Why wouldn't it just
because everything's so
readjust?
fucking overvalued, it will fucking won't.
I don't know.
It'll crash, man. It'll crash like it did before.
I mean, we're due a big crash anyway. I don't care. I don't own a house. What have I got to lose?
I'd say your self-respect, but you already have a failure of a podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, so do I.
We're going down in flames together, buddy. So
Not-
number
but-
one,
oh my
I
God.
should start from the bottom.
You know what I should start with? Welcome to Banana Split Podcast,
what
episode
she said.
92. 8 more before I kill myself.
Corsage.
Haven't
Don't
seen
know
it.
what that is. Doctor Strange
I
came
like
in
that
at
you're just like
19.
gonna go off at a list. Do you not have your own brain of like, this is what I liked this year?
This is what we do, where you react to content. This is what everyone does now. You don't create your own content. You just riff off other people's content.
I refuse to be a part of this.
2022.
I refuse to be a part of this.
No, I can like read the BBC thing
I
and
refuse to
then
be a
like
part of this.
give my take on what they're because they put Doctor Strange at 19. I would have put it at like 7. So I think they're a bit harsh here. All the real critics have got all these movies I've never heard of or seen in their top 5. So I'm like, fuck you guys. I'm just
I
jealous.
don't even have a
but, yeah.
list of 5 movies for the year that I
Yeah.
think.
I think now that I've seen it, Black Panther 2 is my top movie of the year. I have to go there.
My God, really?
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. But you have to be a fan. You have to be into it. But it gave it. I don't know if you could say it's critically, objectively the best cinema experience.
Well, you already
Like, if
you
you're an
just
actual-
spoiled your list. You just fucking went. Here's a number
I'm
one.
just saying my personal one. This is the list from BBC.
Yeah, I know, but you're like my personal one. Like that's
Mm.
listen. I don't fucking. I could read this by myself. I'm here for us.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess if
What
we're
else is
doing,
good? Doctor Strange was okay, but again, it would put it down at number 7.
I guess if we're doing just here's my number one
Mm.
for the year. My number one for the year, Bullet Train.
Nice. Put that in at number 6. Yeah, this is like doing those TikToks where they have to rank things before they know what all the things they are
Yeah.
ranking.
I like that.
Yeah, I like those because I don't know what else is coming in yet. But
Yeah.
Bullet Train was fun. I loved the frenetic pace and surreal. There's a scene, and it's been used on TikTok a lot, but where he jumps on the train as it's leaving. The guy that used to be a real nerd in that.
Yeah,
movie.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, and he's English, right?
Yeah.
So weird to hear him speak with an English accent. And then I'm like, hang on, that's where he's from.
I mean, right now
Yeah, so he jumps on the train and
Yeah.
he just bashes through. And having worked on trains, I know this is physically impossible.
you don't.
He would have just shredded his hand.
You don't know. You haven't
I
worked on
know.
Japanese trains.
I've been on Japanese trains. I've been on Shinkansen, the bullet trains. You cannot just punch your way through a thing this thick. Like they're doing 400 k's an hour. You're not just going to have some like plate glass window on there. But it was a really cool scene.
Hmm.
It's like the whole what? There's the final scene where this train like jumps off the tracks and flies through an entire town, and then somehow Brad Pitt's like, "No, I'm good because I used this like costume. Was it like a giant fairy mascot
Who
costume
fucking knows?
to survive
I don't know what it
No,
was.
he
but it
landed
was like
in
that.
the-
Yeah.
in the costume?" And
Yeah.
then he's like, "I'm cool,"
Yeah,
even though they crashed at like a
Yeah.
million miles an hour. I got to admit, like duos of 2022 in cinema and TV, Aaron Taylor Johnson and that other guy,
Lemon.
Lemon. What were they called? Lemon and sherbet or something. They're these
They
cute
were
names for
both
each.
fruit.
Oh, both fruit. Lemon and lime. No,
I think they were both.
my
fruit.
favorite duo of 2020. I'd love to see them in all the things. Unfortunately, one of them isn't. One character isn't there, so it's have to be a prequel.
I guess then my number 2,
Mm-hmm.
even though we started at the top for some reason.
Yeah.
The Batman.
Oh yeah, that one. That was good. I think could have been. I mean, it wasn't a movie that was ever going to. I don't know if humor would work in it. I think you could have some dark humor. I tried. Maybe
You
there's
could have-
like
you
one
could- you
scene
could
where
have
it
had
was
humor-
sort of darkly funny.
You
Is there
could have
any
had
darkly funny scenes?
humor from Catwoman.
Yeah,
Batman couldn't have made any jokes, or Alfred could have done it.
yeah. He was. He's been
Alfred.
in everything. Alfred. Yeah, but like the character, the actor.
Oh, the dude.
Oh, and my favorite TV series is, before I forget, Andor. Is really good,
Oh, yeah, I'm quite a fan of.
and it's got the same
I'm
actor
torn. I'm
as that played
torn.
Alfred.
I'm gonna check Netflix just to see what else I've watched, but I think I'm torn between 2.
15, Pinocchio by Guillermo del Toro. For some reason, we had 2 Pinocchio movies this year. I haven't seen either of them. Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery is 13. I do want to see that. I don't know if it's released yet here. I think it's just coming out on Netflix. It's like a Netflix movie. It looks really good.
Oh,
The first
Glass
movie was
Onion.
great.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave
It's got
Bautista
Batista in it. Yeah.
Norton, Hudson, obviously the old James Bond, Daniel Craig. So, I mean, anything this guy writes, Ryan Johnson, and directs, just he's up there. Oh, that's another question. Like if you could sit down with any 3 sort of directors, dead or alive, who would they be?
Oh, okay, so that's Tarantino.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Interesting. Okay. I'm sure he's hung out with Tarantino before.
Probably.
I would count the Russo brothers as one.
But they've done things separately.
Doesn't matter. Same last name. It's like you could have the Coen brothers, the Russo brothers, the Wachowski sisters. It would be like there's 6 people already. What other famous sibling?
I was like, fucking. I was correct. Wes Anderson.
Oh yeah. That would be interesting because his movies are nothing like Tarantino.
Yeah.
There's some mystery in them, so Shyamalan has that. But yeah,
I feel like they're 3 different types of directors.
no, I'd be getting all the. I'd be like Vince Gilligan. Nah, he's too much of a crusty old angry man. Yeah. All that lashing out. I mean, Tarantino had a go at Marvel as well.
But Tarantino's also binged them all, and he's really a big fan of Thor Ragnarok.
Really? Well, that's all right. Yeah, I'd want to have Taika Waititi. His name. Taika Waititi, Vince Gilligan, the Russo brothers would be amazing to talk to.
I'd want Taika
Edgar Wright.
I'd want Taika in his own element. Like, I don't know, man. I really like M. Night Shyamalan, though.
Taika, not everyone loved Thor. I had fun. I don't know. I think people expectations. It's like the thing with She-Hulk. Everyone was expecting like Endgame, and it's a fucking sitcom. Relax.
So number 3 is a TV show for me, and it's Stranger Things.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot that came out this year.
And number 4 is also a TV show. That would be Wednesday.
Have you seen it all yet?
I have.
Okay. Wow. When you like something, you really
just go.
Bomb it. I'm only up to where it's fun. It's 100%. Laser aimed at like the teen audience or even preteen, but I still have fun with it. What's her name? Jenna Ortega. Oh my God. Where has she been? I know she's done other things, but she's very watchable. I'll put it that way. And I know she's 21 or something, so that's fine.
20. It's fine.
Yeah.
A little bit has she going for you to say, but yeah, it's fine.
That's the way. I'm not going to try and rationalize it, but anyway.
I wouldn't ask you, didn't need you to.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I can say, hey, again, that's all right to see.
Again, don't got to justify it to me.
All right, cool.
And then I'd say number 5, Elvis.
Really?
Yeah.
Forgot you're kind of an Elvis fan, right?
I was raised on him. I didn't realize how much I liked him until I just like got older. I was like, oh,
most of the top 10 here, 5 to 10 in the BBC thing. Never heard of him. Number 4, Happening. Never heard of it. Finally, Turning Red. Number 3. That's supposed to be good. It's again for kids. I don't know if it's as good as Wednesday because that's also for kids. But I think it's older kids.
Her werewolf roommate. It's a good Gwen Stacy right there.
Nice. Yeah, she kind of reminds me of someone do you know Shara? She's kind of her mousy. There's something.
Shara? I've never heard that name in my
she lived with Peter Steen and
yeah. See, I never went and visited them because I wasn't
antisocial.
I wasn't fucked to
I was like, hey, they were doing board games. And he's like, fuck you.
Yeah, I was like, listen, he did it on a Tuesday or some shit.
Oh, no. But even back when it was a weekend one time, you were like, nah.
This person?
Yeah, but obviously her Lenza thing doesn't do any justice. But just
doesn't do justice?
No,
that looks better than the person.
No, obviously, but I mean, it doesn't show her properly. If you met her in person, she has similar mannerisms and the shape of her face. I'm not saying she's anything like a spitting image.
I need to stay away from people like this because this is my type of crazy and it's not good for me.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything online, but yeah.
I don't know you. You're the exact type of person that I'd probably hit on, sleep with, and then you'd ruin my life.
Yeah.
I don't care that you're engaged or whatever. Trust me, I'd get it done.
She has a chihuahua. It's a whole thing. Top Gun Maverick was number 2.
Oh my God, how did I forget about Top Gun Maverick?
Yeah, that's got to be in your list.
Yeah, actually, that's number 5. Elvis is getting bumped.
Yeah,
Elvis fucking loved that.
Has to be bumped. You even cried.
I did.
Yeah,
I did cry.
I still have to watch it. I still haven't seen the first one. I know.
Right,
I've seen Hot Shots 1, 2, and 3, but not.
I'm gonna take your fucking breath away. See, that's a joke because
I get it.
that was at the end.
That was the song. Yeah.
Take my breath away. When
I've
it was
seen
fucking riding on the motor.
so many parts of it. I've seen like the volleyball bit. I've seen all the bits.
You could what? I'm telling you, you could find the whole fucking movie on TikTok probably.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's part 1, part 2, and it'll just be sped up slightly and have some like weird overbearing soundtrack added to it.
You wouldn't be there. You would be there.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't cry when I did.
I'm a big crier.
It wasn't it was like tears of joy.
Nice.
And pride.
I have heard it debunked though, the way he survives at the end.
Oh my god.
He couldn't jump out of a plane.
Don't fucking ruin it. All right.
You've seen it. How am I ruining it?
No, I'm saying just like, why are you gonna bring? It's a movie. Don't bring
saw a
logic
TikTok
into things.
and the guy was like, "This couldn't happen," and I was like, "Wait, that must be a huge spoiler," but too late now. Whatever. So Everything Everywhere All at Once was number 1, and I agree. I think it's the best film of 2022, and I can't wait to see it. I still haven't watched it. I nearly bought the Blu-ray, but then I was cheap. Such a good show. Monkey Dust. Watch it somehow. I don't know what it's on.
It looks like it was made by us. Not by us, but like the same cunts that made fucking...
Oh, yeah. It does have that kind of bad-looking animation.
It does.
Like the guy that goes and hangs out with Yetis on an island.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I love those dudes.
It's over there, mate.
My son's obsessed. Lewis is like... He wanted to buy all the shirts that had them on it.
My name's Mike Nolan. You know what they say? Become a councilman today, become a sick cunt tomorrow.
I know.
Stop resisting. Stop.
I know far too many people like that in real life.
Mate, I have been a fucking Sparky for fucking 12 years. Your shit does fucking nothing.
It's funny because they exist. So top 10 worst films of 2022 according to Screen Crush.
Halloween Ends, I agree.
Yeah, it was terrible. They shouldn't have went in that direction. Like now, anyone can be Michael.
Now, what I will say is I haven't seen Don't Worry, Darling, but I get it. From what I've heard.
That's the one with Chris Pine.
It's the one where Harry Styles spat on Chris
Florence
Pine.
Pugh and Olivia Wilde made it. And there was like a whole controversy because she cheated on her husband. And she went off with Harry Wild Styles or whatever his name is.
She was married? She doesn't seem like the type to be married.
She was married. He was just a dude. He's a legend. He's awesome. And now she's left with that guy from One Direction.
Okay.
Firestarter, don't know. The Bubble, don't know. Blonde. Oh, that was that Marilyn Monroe movie. Terrible. Jurassic World Dominion came out this year. Do we remember that? That was like the beginning of the year or something.
And I'll tell you right now.
It was okay.
That did one of the best on the box office, and I was like, about it.
The Tom Hanks Pinocchio, pretty bad, number 4. Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out again, number 3. Morbius at number 2.
They're making a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game.
Wow, I'm surprised they can get away with that. Morbius,
it
felt like a April Fool's Day prank. It was awkwardly written, taken apart and reconstructed in the editing room. It may be about a vampire, but it feels more like the work of a cinematic Frankenstein sutured together from bits and pieces of different storylines and characters that don't fit and zapped into one wholly disjointed life. Marmaduke at number 1. Did not watch that. Okay, we'll jump to like the box office thing.
Now, what I will say is there's been an announcement for casting for a revival on Broadway of Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
Is that the movie they did with Johnny Depp and everyone?
It was a play first.
I know, but
it was a musical first, and yes.
Okay. Yeah, that was okay.
Starring Sir Sweeney Todd, Josh Groban. He's a musician, yes. And the only other name that I personally know on this list, who I believe is playing as Sweeney Todd's apprentice, who ends up killing him, spoilers, is Gaten from Stranger Things.
Oh, okay, Gaten.
Yeah.
Has he fixed his lisp? Where is he? Oh, Gaten Matarazzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's all right. He's a good bloke.
Yeah, I don't know any of the other people, which I assume is...
I've seen tons of stuff like on TikTok of him like being super nice with fans.
Yeah.
So he did a weird prank show for a minute.
And they were like, don't forget, all them were fucking here like 3 months ago. They were at Luna Park like 3 months ago.
Doing like the promotion thing, yeah.
Which I'm like, this is nuts. Why are you here? And fucking Dan was just there. He's just like, man, these kids are fucking super famous.
Yeah, I wish I'd been there.
Dan's got some decent clout as it is.
Yeah, he's got some connect.
Yeah.
So from 55, the box office rankings of 2022. I'm not going to read all of those. Interstellar was in at 45.
It came out this year?
No, it was a re-release.
Huh.
43 was Avatar, a re-release. Like, Jesus. These will change, obviously, because it's only December and Avatar just came out. So that will probably jump up.
Yes.
I don't know if it's going to be as big as it was, but I guess we'll see.
I fucking hope it flops.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. I mean, they've got 2 more that they need to make.
I hope it flops so they cancel them.
No, I think they've filmed a lot of the next one.
Filmed? It's all fucking CGI, essentially.
Death on the Niles, number 30. I did see some of that. It was not good. I mean, it's hard to not like something with her in it. Gal Gadot.
I predicted it.
Or as some people say, Gal Gadot.
You can buy porn stars on fucking DVD.
Buy what?
Porn stars.
What's that?
It's the fucking porn shop show.
Oh, the reality series.
PAWN. That's why I said porn.
Yeah, but it
not
sounds...
porn.
Okay.
Porn with a W, not porn.
Yeah.
There is a slight difference.
Yeah, I haven't had a DVD with porn on it since like 1997.
Sure you haven't. Why is there porn here?
This isn't... It's not actual. It's like probably some racy documentary.
I don't know. How many times do I got to pull this out?
Oh my god! That I only got that because it's got my name. You already brought that out.
Is this even?
I don't think I've even.
Yeah, Mr. Hamilton. Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Okay.
And I highly recommend that you don't. And forever to this day, even when Matt was like pulling it, I fucking censored that thing. That is never going to light.
I'm not even going to name it. It wouldn't be good. I better throw that out, actually.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
I would maybe just keep the case and throw away the disc, shred it, set it on fire.
Speaking of Stranger Things and Ethan Hawke's daughter, there was a movie called The Black Phone where her dad was like.
Yes, I have not seen that.
No,
I can't seem to get 27. Through it.
Morbius was 25. What, you tried watching it? And
I fall asleep.
Okay, wow. Thought it would be good. One Piece was 23. One Piece film. DC League of Super Pets was 21.
Yeah, makes sense.
My kid saw it. He liked it. Lightyear was 17. Didn't do that well. Bullet Train was 16.
Keep in mind, Lightyear also went
Should have
straight
done
to
better.
Disney. All right, my question is...
The top 15. Elvis at 14. What was 15? Bullet Train. No, wait. I've somehow cut that off.
Good job. Anyway.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Black Adam was 13. That didn't do well. That did like in its whole run 389. And then you had Wakanda come out and make like that amount in the first weekend. Like Black Panther did the same amount that... Are you shocked? No,
yeah.
It's probably... I don't know why people are making out like that was some huge thing. It's like, of course it made tons more.
Yeah.
But
I'm probably going to watch Sonic 2 tonight.
It was good.
I haven't seen it.
Did you see the first one?
Yes.
I haven't. I don't know why. Just never made it. But
I want the audio. I want the audio to pick up on this.
It will. Barely. Number 10 was Fantastic Beasts. The Secrets of Dumbledore. I saw the first 2. This is number 3, right? I didn't catch that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you right now, it is not good.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. Things happen off screen, off camera, that they just go, oh yeah, he's this now.
Yeah, aren't they gay? Like Dumbledore's... Do you see him hook up?
No.
Do you see Jude Law like go full Brokeback with the wand?
Nope.
I'm out. Watergate Bridge, Moon Man. Thor Love and Thunder was 7.
I also like that you cut off whatever number 1 is, by the way.
No way.
What a terrible fucking list. Well, we don't know what number 1 is.
I thought I screenshot it properly. Obviously, I'll have to look that one up. We need to know that clearly. And maybe you can do that right now as I read these. Number 6 was Batman, The Batman, 770 million, which is respectable. They're going to keep making those, so that's good. They've brought in, what's her name's going to be Harley Quinn.
Oh.
That singer.
That makes sense.
The really, really out there, wacky singer. She was already in a film with...
Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga, that's it.
Oh, that was a guess.
She's been in a couple of movies.
That was a guess.
She did that one with Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
That was like
Star
the third remake of it.
See, that's how we don't get sued.
If you don't cry in that movie...
See, like, we're not getting sued, but they know what I'm doing.
They know exactly what you're doing. Black Panther was 5th. Minions was 4th with 939 million. Black Panther, I think it's still making money. Let's give it some time. I think it's got to inch past Minions. Doctor Strange, 955 million.
Yeah,
good. Number 3. Jurassic Park was number 2 at $1 billion.
I don't think Black Panther will get past the billion by the end of the year.
No.
So it won't count.
No, but they're still respectable. Still right up there. Everyone loved it. It was critically acclaimed.
Do you want to take a guess at what number 1 is.
It's a good thing I left it off. There's some tension here.
It really makes sense when you think about it.
It must be really obvious, and I've left it out.
It's really obvious when you think about it.
It's not Jurassic Park. Oh, Top Gun.
Stop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the only one I'm missing from here. Yeah.
The one that you haven't seen.
Yeah.
Any of.
Well, the highest grossing movie I haven't seen.
Do you want to?
The highest critically acclaimed or the most critically acclaimed film I haven't seen. The one with Michelle Yeoh. And it's made by there's two brothers that are really there. That's another pair of brothers that all their stuff is amazing.
I will give you $50 million in leeway, and I'll give you 3 shots, and I'll tell you higher and lower if you can guess the how much.
1.3?
Higher.
1.5 billion?
Lower.
1.41?
You know, if you had said 1.5, you were guaranteed to get it either way. It's 1.48.
Oh, well, that's what I said.
No, you said 1.4. I said, yeah, I said I'd give you 50 million leeway.
Okay.
No, 100
50.
million.
Oh, okay. You said 50. Fair enough.
If you had said 1.4, you would have got it.
So Everything Everywhere All at Once is made by the directors are Daniel Kwan and Daniel Chenert. They're not brothers, I'm guessing. They're the two Daniels. So they're kind of name brothers. Does that count?
No, it doesn't. You know how many Pats I know?
Yeah, fair. And they wrote it.
3.
Anyway, they're a team. So keep an eye on them. They're going places, these kids. All right, well, that's all the movies. We didn't really do much of TV, but that's fine.
I did.
I recommend the
I
Peripheral.
did.
I've been
I did
watching
too.
that. You did too, yeah. Strange
Rick and
Things.
Morty's also good.
Yeah, that's been dropping new ones.
Yeah, currently.
Just mwah. That's the world is a better place for Rick and Morty being in it. Ki Kwan. More of his stuff.
I am going to play the game that they made soon, which is High on Life.
Is it a video game or a board game?
Video game. It's called High on Life. Yeah.
Wait, is that the one where it's like the gun's talking?
Yep.
And then he sticks inside some giant, like weird ass-looking thing.
I
saw a scene on TikTok.
Any clip I see of it, I don't look at it because I know I'm going to play it.
Yeah. That was weird. I was like, how do they make that work in a game? But somehow it looked like you were choosing which thing to put in this ass. And then it was like saying goodbye to you. And then when you put it in, the whole thing blew up and you lost that gun. And it was really sad. And it reminded me of there's a talking gun in Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I know. I have that
similar kind of vibe.
And you can choose right at the start if you want to be lethal or non-lethal.
Who would choose non-lethal?
I did.
Why?
Because then I come up and I fucking shoot them in the head after and you get a little bit more XP.
Okay.
Metagame.
Is it one of those 99th percentile? Going for the extra 1%.
Anyway.
Whatever it's called.
We are at...
Yeah, that's good.
An hour and a half.
We're good.
This is way longer than I thought this episode was going to go.
No, it's about right.
How much content we actually had to talk about this week. I forgot about the best of, and that I knew that would push, but it probably didn't help. Is the Nazi conversation, and I'm partially
There's like at least 10 minutes.
There's at least 10 minutes of just Nazi, and then whatever you did after, I don't quite remember. This has been episode 92.
92.
92.
In the year 2022.
Podcast. We may live stream the 100th.
Yeah, I want to do like a little, I need my phone, so I don't know. I want to actually start doing like a TikTok live as I do this.
Oh, I'd love to get heckled on TikTok at the same time.
Just have like 3 people in there going, what the fuck?
Yeah. Cool. We can do that.
Yeah.
I can teach you how to do that. You'll need to get your fucking laptop out.
Yeah, that was the thing. I was like, oh, I have to charge that old beast.
Because I can't fucking run that off that at the same time.
No.
I fucking chuck Wi-Fi on and then maybe I can.
Just have to make an effort one day.
Yeah, I have to make an effort. Look how much equipment I bring here to do this.
It's just stuff.
I bring 4 bags of shit to do this fucking podcast.
Much appreciated.
It's a good thing I haven't bought the $2,500 camera from work yet, because it's not just a camera, it's a professional quality camera. I've looked into it. It's the same shit that PWA uses to live stream, and I'm just looking at it and I'm like, I could buy this.
What's PWA?
It's the fucking pro wrestling company that I go to that I fucking enjoy. It's like the head of fucking thing. It's shit that gets used by fucking actual production companies.
All right. I want one too.
You want one too?
We'll do a bulk discount. Something like that.
We've got one. We have one.
Well, I mean, I thought you could order more or something.
No.
All right. We'll just borrow it.
No.
Okay.
It's not borrowed. We don't keep this shit. We sell it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You sell it. All right. Yeah, there must be a cost price.
Yeah, that's what I'm attempting to get.
Yeah. All right. Well, see how we go.
It's going to be fucking expensive.
Not a huge margin on
I
those
don't even
things.
know if it'll fucking fit on this tripod. I think it will.
It's a good tripod.
It is a very good tripod. It's a very strong tripod.
It's like way OP for that camera.
Yeah.
This tiny little camera has this huge ass.
Yeah.
Like
but I'm
industrial
actually going to
tripod.
buy another tripod very similar to that. Well, I'm going to buy a monopod that I'll be taking with me to one of my clients' photography stuff.
I want one of those ones that you have like attached to you and it gets rid of any kind of bump. You walk around.
Do you want to
filming.
know how much those cost?
I know.
I looked into
Yeah,
that. Those are like $4,000 minimum.
I'm just saying. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
It's like I want one of those 100 grand TVs that like rise up out of your table.
Yeah, do you know how much
they're
those
like
cost?
paper thin. Yeah, 100 grand. Like I just said, I saw something on TikTok and I was like, holy shit, I need that in my life. But
do you know what you're better off getting is a projector?
But can they do full 8K resolution?
They can do 4K.
Yeah.
Nothing really does 8K right now.
No, and there's not much that will play full. You know what I mean? Like I just worry that the quality will drop. But okay, I have to see something.
I would quality versus performance. I always get performance on my PlayStation, so I'm like, listen, it's gonna look pretty good anyway.
Okay, yeah, I need to. When you're at JB Hi-Fi, you don't see the projectors; you only see the TV. So.
Really? Because I was at JB Hi-Fi today and I saw. I'm like, oh, there's projectors over there.
I'll have to have another look because now they've got the big new store at West Point Blacktown. Yes. Go check it out.
Oh, great! Thanks for DDoSing us.
You've been doxxed.
Yeah.
And don't forget, I Show Speed is racist.
Nope, no, he's not.
Not
covering this, but
stop Asian hate hashtag.
Enjoy your dessert and get the fuck out. Oh, I gotta stop it.